Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most misunderstood advantages that Google business profile agencies can give, and that's building citations, and specifically for your local SEO clients. And what's a citation again? Well, that's basically a mention of the website on another website. So, such as Yelp. You go onto Yelp, you fill out the thing, you're Joe's plumber, or how about where are we at? Roofer. You're a Coos Bay roofer. Austin always surprises me with his cities. So you go to Yelp, you fill it out, and you're on there. So that would be a citation from Yelp, and Yelp is obviously one of the ones you'd want to be in. For citations, you want to be in the big ones. You want to be in the local ones, showing that you actually work where you say you work. And you also would be nice to be in a ones with roofers. So if you find a roofer directory or something along that line, that would be excellent to be in too. But those are the types you're looking for. If you are running a local Google Business Profile agency, citations are something you do need to understand. People will ask you about it. Oftentimes they'll say, do you do links? The business owners have heard something about links. So you might get that question, but you'll definitely need to know something about it because you will need to help your business with these in some regards. Citation, like I said, again, is just a simple mention of the business online somewhere else. So that's all it is. And what does that usually include? Well, the important things are name, address, phone number, and oftentimes you will see the website on there and sometimes, a few other things. But the business name, phone number, address, you've heard us talk about this before, but those need to be the same across every place. So for R&R Roofing in Coos Bay, he uses 90932 Robertson Lane, and Lane being capital L, little n with no period there. So if he were to go to Yelp and all those other places, you would want to use this exact address just like he did here. Does he have a website? He does not. Rich Rayburn Roofing, 1885 South First.
Oh, no, 1185.
Or what did I say?
I said 881885.
All right, let's look at this. See what the address is here. Let's see what the Coos Bay location is. Let's see, S. dot first, and then street is capital ST dot. Let's see if he uses exactly the same.
There's no period after street.
Yeah, so it's a little different here.
And also the one on the site's all capitalized.
Yeah, so you want it exactly the same. And you think, well, that is the same, isn't it? Well, it is to you and me. It's not necessarily to Google. They want it exactly the same if you can. And in this case, it is not. So if I was talking to this person, I would let them know I can help with this. And it's causing some bit of confusion to the search engines, which it actually is. So you can help. What are the big citation sites? So we talked about you want to get in the big ones, and then you want to get local, and then you want to get directory related, such as roofing. So here's pretty much the biggest ones are Yelp, Apple Maps, Bing Places, Facebook. Yellow Pages are still good. Better Business Bureau is still good. And then for your local, Chamber of Commerce is excellent. You can find some other local ones, maybe newspapers, local directories. Maybe they've got a Coos Bay directory. If they do, that'd be a nice one to be in. Industry directories, do we have one for roofers? If we did, we'd want to be in it. For local SEO, citations help Google confirm that the business is real, active, and located where it says it is. And we've talked about before how Google's looking for a second opinion sometimes, and this is one of those times. You've told them you're here. They see it other places. They've got their second opinion, third opinion, fourth. They're convinced. Now there's no question that that's where you're at. Many businesses have incorrect listings, so this is where your value is going to come right off the bat. This is where you knowing what you're doing is going to help them out a lot. So you may have a directory that shows an old phone number. That's a huge problem. That's a problem that the business cannot get out of. They might have the wrong address. Maybe they moved. We've seen this a lot. You would think the address is going to be the same. It's oftentimes not. And then you get the little nitpicky stuff that's equally as important, is that this is different than it is in other places, even on their own website. So that's something that's easily controlled, is going from your Google Business profile to your website. You don't want it to be different. Another might have even an outdated name. We've seen this happen oftentimes. I'm pretty sure this one's right, but we've seen many times where a business changed their name a little, or they put like an abbreviated name. That is not what you want on your Google Business profile or anywhere else, because it's confusing to Google. And when Google gets confused, you're the one that pays the price, not them. And Google loses trust in you. So, you cheat on your girlfriend, she's not going back to you, most likely. And if she is, she doesn't trust you anymore. You show Google that you're not trustworthy, they've got a hard time coming back from it. It's so much easier to get it right the first time. It's so much easier never to have cheated in the beginning. If on your girlfriend, it's so much easier to get this right from the start. Because you get it right from the start, there's no issues. You're in great shape. It's harder to rebuild that trust. It's a much harder sometimes. It takes months to redo something that was wrong. So your job as an SEO agency, Google Business Profile agency, is to first check the major listings when it comes to citations and make sure they're accurate. So we want to go to the big ones that we've already talked about, when that's Yelp, Apple Maps, Bing, Facebook, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. Those are all excellent. And now make sure that they're consistent. Make sure that the categories are accurate. A lot of times you get to pick categories and people will pick the wrong things. What's the second thing you do? Fix the inconsistent or duplicate listings. I'm just going to glance through here and see if we see any duplicates. I don't think we will. All right, I looked through it pretty fast. I didn't see anything that struck me as a duplicate, but we're working with a HVAC company that actually does have duplicates. Somebody was using his exact address, and it wasn't his company. So that not only messes him up, but Google's confused. Are you this company? Are you this company? Are you both? And you get hurt by that. So you need to get everything that's inconsistent corrected. Sometimes businesses move, they change their phone numbers, they rebrand, all these things. All that needs to be cleaned up, and needs to be cleaned up right away. I'm going to turn it over to Austin here, finish off on citations. I probably talked a little longer.
So you want to make sure you build new citations with trustworthy directories. So like Yelp, or not just Google Maps, but like Apple Maps and stuff like that. And there's even local directories like Coos Bay local or something, industry directories like roofing directories and something like that. But just remember, citations alone won't take a business from nowhere to number one overnight. It's you're laying a foundation for the bigger SEO strategy, which includes the Google Business Profile and the reviews and the website and the content. So when you're explaining citations, just keep it simple. That's like online business listings that help Google verify your company's information, and verifying the details are accurate and consistent across the web, so Google can trust what they find. And that's it.
Yeah, that's about all I've got there too. Now don't overcomplicate it, and don't try to go crazy with it. Don't try to get, let's say, 50 citations, because somewhere in there, there's going to be some ones that aren't very legitimate. Google likes the legitimate ones, and that's specifically the ones we talked about. And then they like some local, and then they like some showing, like maybe if you're in a roofing directory, a couple roofing directories, that would be great. And then that's what they want. That's what they're looking for. People will sometimes go to some of those sites such as guru.com and Upwork and Fiverr and buy citations. You can get 50 or 100 for pretty cheap. Those citations are going to hurt more than help. You want the legitimate good ones, and Google knows what they are. You start adding them on, and it's almost like keyword stuffing. It's got a negative effect rather than a positive. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. If you're getting some use out of this, please follow, subscribe, comment, like, all those things. It helps us out, and it helps us keep coming out here every day. As you know, we're doing 100 videos in 100 days, which can be a bit taxing, but we want to bring more people into this business because it's enjoyable and fun, and that's why we do it. So please help us too. We'll see you tomorrow.